Okay, this is the Top Domain Finder tool. And in this tool, I'm going to show you how you can find which websites or domain names dominate the search engines for your specific market or niche. Now, I already built a keyword list for some weight loss terms using the Keyword Finder tool. So I'll go ahead and select everything. I'll go to my Filter tab. I'm going to enter the word how, apply the filter, and this will allow me to focus in on a bunch of how to lose weight types of terms for this industry. What I'll do next is select all. I'll press copy. Now I'll go back to the Top Domain Finder tool and press paste. And this will allow me to paste in up to 100 terms. Right now, Cache Keywords Pro limits you to 100 terms in order to prevent you from getting your IP address temporarily banned by the search engines it checks. Next, I'll press Analyze, and this will cause Cache Keywords Pro to feed each keyword phrase into Google, Bing, and Ask, while extracting the search results from each of these engines. Now, we didn't include Yahoo yet, since they are the most sensitive search engine when it comes to blocking your IP address. So, we're investigating a way to get them included, but for now, we have Google, Bing, and Ask. Alright, since this will take a few minutes to run, I'll pause this video and come back once it's finished. Okay, analysis is complete. Now what I can do is select all these terms up here to combine all the results down below. And then what I'll do next is sort by these columns here to see which domain names are getting the most top rankings for my keywords. So for example, if I click on number of Google rankings, I can see that WikiHow, About.com, NowLoss, Truth About Abs, etc., are landing on Google's first page for this many keywords. And then I can go ahead and sort by these other search engines to see the results. But I'll go by Google because that's what we're mostly interested in. Now to see the actual URLs for our search results, I can just click on this option here. And that way I can see the whole URL, which is pretty helpful. But I usually like to shrink it down because it's easier to read. So what I can do is go ahead and select some of these domain names that look good for the weight loss industry. And I can go ahead and use the Tools option to learn more about them. So I can go ahead and open each of the sites, look at their trends, demographics for them, the Alexa site info, and this is a new feature, Yahoo Site Explorer. I can look at the backlinks for these sites, which is good for SEO. Let me show you an example by comparing these domains' trends. So here Google will show you the different domain names and this graph of their trends, and the one on top is the one getting more traffic. So you can see more recently Truth About Abs has been doing a little better than these other sites. And you can look down here under regions and see this red bar for Truth About Abs is a stronger player from Google's point of view than these other sites. So that's a very handy tool to have. This Details button will allow you to see more details for these selected URLs. So if I choose Truth About Abs and click on Details, and I'll show the URL so you can see the titles. Here I can see which keywords this site ranked high on in Google. I'll sort by searches here. And you can see Truth About Abs is ranking in these positions on Google for these keyword phrases. And it's also helpful to have the search volume for the phrases here too. So obviously, this is a very strong player in this industry. Now there are a few things I can do with this information. I can, select a bunch of domain names that interest me, and I can use them to get more keywords by feeding them into the Keyword Finder and Keyword Spy tools. I can take some of these prominent domains and use the tool's demographics menu to analyze the demographics for my market's audience. And that's really helpful to know for advertising. I can also take some of these URLs and feed them into the Related Domain Finder tool to discover other sites in my niche that people are also interested in. And this tool will be shown in another video. And finally, I can even bid on these domain names in AdWords or other advertising channels since people will often enter a domain name into Google search box, which provides a great way to get cheaper pay-per-click traffic. Now, I want to show you something that's pretty amazing. Let's go to the Filter tab and choose the Articles preset. And so this will only show article sites in these search results here. Let's go find some e-zine articles that are getting top rankings in Google. Here's how we'll do it. You can see all these sites are plugged in here. I'll just delete everything except for e-zine articles. I'll hit enter, and now you can see them. And I'll show the full URLs so you can see the titles here to make these more meaningful. Now, I'm only interested in Google for this exercise, so I'll go ahead and enter 0 here, meaning I only want to see results that have one or more page 1 rankings in Google. So I just pressed enter to apply this, and so I can see for my 100 keyword phrases I tested, there are 20 e-zine articles that are ranking on page 1 of Google, and some of these articles are landing on Google for more than one keyword phrase, as you can see here. So if I want to see more details for these, I'll select everything, click on details, and here you can see all the articles with their titles, the keywords they're ranked for, the search volume for the keywords, and the position at which they're landing on Google's first page. So if you look through this list, you might find an article that has a title and file name that doesn't really match up with the keyword phrase here, meaning you might be able to write a better optimized article for that keyword phrase. So before you go too far into this, once you find a match, or I should say an article that really doesn't match a keyword phrase, you can go ahead and select it and analyze the backlinks using Yahoo Site Explorer. And I'll switch this to only show links not coming from e-zine articles. And so Yahoo doesn't have a lot of backlinks listed for this article. So that's a good sign. If Yahoo had in the thousands, then you probably wouldn't want to compete with them. The article, that is. But since 32 is not a lot of links coming in, that is something you could compete against. And what you can also do is look at other presets. You can go out and find video sites. So a bunch of YouTube sites are showing up in Google, which is no surprise since they own YouTube. We can look for social bookmark sites. And I often see that ask.com likes dig.com. So dig bookmarks often appear in Ask. Social network sites, probably won't see anything for them. That's like Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, and all that. Blog web page sites, that's very useful. And you'll find hub pages and Squidoo lenses and other sites. So if you want to write hub pages and Squidoo lenses, we'll go ahead and just knock out all these other sites. Hit enter to apply it. And here you can see a bunch of hub pages and Squidoo lenses that are getting page 1 rankings for, and some in Google too. So what all this allows you to do is to leverage other people's success in terms of good search engine rankings to help you plan your strategy, whether it's for further keyword research, whether it's trying to get page 1 rankings on your own using these different social channels, or learning from these top ranked sites in some other way. And there are a variety of things you can learn for your market research. So in the future, we'll have some more tools that will help you with search engine optimization and analysis. This is just the beginning here, and it's a great start to help you get going.